So here we are. Where are we?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I hope. The Fred Woods Trail.
Fred Woods Trail.
Yeah.
We kind of just showed up and said, "Here, we're gonna hike."
Whatever that is, if that's what this is. So if it is a Fred Woods Trail, it doesn't mean we're not screwed necessarily.
Yeah. We still kind of don't know exactly where we're at. Good times. It's easier when you don't plan.
Until it gets hard because you don't plan.
Exactly. Well, they're out of maps, so that's a good sign.
Oh boy.
But
does that say 76 miles or 7.6?
I think it says 0.76.
Okay.
100 miles. But wherever we are,
Well, here's a map.
it's nice. Ooh, map.
They explain, look, you are here.
Helpful. We are here. Yeah. Great. Still don't know where we are. More difficult.
Oh.
More difficult. Well, Fred Woods Trail. That's where we are. That's awesome. So we're on the Fred Woods Trail, and we kind of picked this because the internet said it looked good.
The internet's never been wrong before.
Yeah, how
so.
about it? Yeah, the internet's never been wrong.
Yeah.
You know, if the internet says it's a good thing, it's a good thing. Trying to capture some nice fall foliage. Maybe a elk or two.
Some Randy elk.
Yeah, some Randy elk.
Out for some love.
Hopefully they don't like redheads. And to run back and grab the GoPro. I found this really nice area. And I kind of just wandered off my bag and everything. But wait till you see this. Recording and trying not to trip. Sorry for the jarriness of the video. Look at this area. I switched gears a little bit and I put the 14mm on, and I kind of got excited and threw my bag down and threw the GoPro down and started taking a bunch of pictures, so catch up. But I found this really cool mossy stump that caught my eye. It's a perfect location for the 14mm. And Corey's repacking. Now where is that?
Searching.
If anybody's interested, the lens I'm using is the Rokinon 14mm 2.8 with the AE chip. Very important, get the AE chip. I had the manual version and well, it's broke now. Corey, what are you doing?
Oh, well, I'm digging this plant out, and you're going to put it in your face and eat it. So this is happening.
This is happening? What is it? And why am I going to eat it?
It's tasty, for one thing. It is a Indian cucumber root, and you can tell it's that by these whorls this plant has. And oftentimes, as it gets bigger and taller, it'll have several whorls, you know, concentric around a stalk. And the hard part is getting to the base of the stalk where the root is, and that's what's edible, if I can get to it. And I already broke the stalk off, unfortunately, but let's see if I can still get to it.
Well, it sounded delicious.
It did.
This is the plant.
That's the plant itself, yeah. There's so many roots.
It looks delicious.
Yeah, right. Wow. Okay, I found it.
Oh, you found it. Uh-oh.
So, it's called an Indian cucumber root, but in reality, the root looks like a carrot, a white carrot. I think we're hearing elk bugling right now.
Yeah, I heard one too.
Let's listen. That was Sasquatch.
It was probably Sasquatch.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Let's go back to our root.
So, it looks like a carrot, a white carrot. You just clean the dirt off best you can, but when you eat it, it tastes like a cucumber. It's very cool and refreshing, and it's actually very, very tasty. So, put that in your face.
Minus the dirt.
Minus the dirt.
Did you eat one already?
Oh no, of course not. That's why you're eating it.
It tastes like a cucumber.
Ta-da!
Yummy! Now about 20 of those and I'll be full. That's pretty good.
Yeah, just try not to, whenever you see one or two, don't dig it up. If you see several around the same area, go ahead and dig up one, but don't pillage the area, because they are somewhat scarce.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, that plant grows a berry on the top of it, doesn't it?
It does, and this time of year in the fall, it has a purple berry. Don't eat that. You will die.
Like in the Hunger Games.
Yes.
Just like that. I'm just so amazed how this looks. This place is amazing. This has to be the. Would you agree? This has to be the most beautiful place in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I'd say it's up there, definitely. Very quiet, remote.
Yeah.
No planes, no cars, no anything.
Even the walk path is nice.
Yeah.
This is
The thing, it's not just wide and straight. It's meandering and narrow. Smell that? I smell tea berry, or I smell. No, it's tea berry. Where is it?
And on this segment, what's that smell? Tune in next time to find out if it's tea berry.
There's a little brook that normally would flow down through here. Up there.
See all the. You can see the sun rays coming through, hitting the, burning off some of that fog.
Wow.
Isn't that beautiful? Signage. 2 scenic vistas. Mike is happy. So I found this nice ledge here on a rock with you can see it has plenty of moss on it. Looks really nice. And I set up my tripod. And I got the 14 millimeter on because I want to focus on my foreground and kind of shrink the perspective of the background. So I got all set up here, and the light actually changed already, but there was a nice spotlight right in this section here. A little landscape tip that I want to put out there, especially during the fall, is just because you walk up to a scene doesn't mean you can't change some of it. It takes away some of the magic of the photo, but what Corey and I did was we walked around and we picked up some red leaves and sprinkled them throughout the photo. And I don't know how well they're going to come out, but we also put some red leaves on the log because I want this to kind of be a leading line, taking you into the background and out to infinity. So you can take a look at the photo. Thanks, Corey. I walk away for 2 minutes and you're screwing up my set.
Sorry. I'm not sorry.
Are you sorry? Are you sorry?
No.
No. It's pretty neat how the landscape seems to just change dramatically.
Yeah.
I mean, look at all.
This kind of reminds you of parkland, really. You know?
Yeah. I mean, just look at these.
Like it was planted intentionally.
Just
Aesthetically.
look at these boulders.
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 It's not a boulder. It's a rock.
These huge rocks. Amazing.
Look at that.
This is cool. It looks like this is actually a campsite, but man, look at that rock. Look at that rock. That's awesome.
I don't care for this so much.
Yeah, I don't like the graffiti. That's rather rude. And somebody chiseled into that rock there.
How they did that, I'm not really sure.
Yeah. Don't ruin nature. It's not cool. Well, we came to a vista. Nice. Hi.
Hello.
Hello. So we decided when we set up our day camp, instead of doing random acts of stupid with our videos, and
We're doing planned acts of stupid.
exactly, we're doing planned acts of stupid. So we decided when we make day camp, we're gonna do a gear of the trip to make it a little more informative. My gear of the trip is my new hammock. Isn't it pretty, Corey?
It's very pretty. It's orange.
It's very pretty.
And it's soft and supple.
It's by a company called I think it's Tribal Provision.
Tribe Provisions.
Tribe Provisions. I bought it on Amazon. I think it was like $30. But it got a lot of good reviews. One of the reasons why I bought this is because the last one I sat on it and the thing ripped in half and I ended up on the ground. And
Which is actually in our last video, I think.
no, we didn't videotape that adventure.
Oh, I thought we did.
No, we didn't.
Okay.
So it was good times. Or, you know,
It
it would
was
have been
very
awesome
good
if I had the
times.
GoPro and push it down the ground I went.
That would be awesome,
But,
yeah. Maybe next time.
But no.
Maybe
but
today.
Maybe today. Yeah, exactly, because we're going to set this baby up. The reason I bought this is because it's supposed to be tear resistant.
And we're going to test that.
And we're gonna
with
test
wild abandon over the next
We're gonna
6 months, I'm sure.
we're gonna stab it with a knife once or twice. You know, I'm gonna put a stick in my boot, see if it. But
We're gonna leave candy inside when we sleep at night, and a bear is gonna come and try to eat our souls.
Yeah,
And-
I think the other reason why I got it was, I think the first hammock I had was rated for, I think it was 200 pounds, and I'm a hefty 230, so that's probably why it ripped. But I think this one's rated for, it was either 400 or 600 pounds.
Wow.
So it better not rip. The only thing that I didn't like about it is it comes with rope, but that's all this is. It's rope. It's nice to have rope, but it's not like it's not ready to already attach. It's not ready to attach to a tree. So if you guys look into getting this, make sure you buy tree straps, or you're going to be sad that the ropes don't do you any good. My guess it's probably this would be good for probably stringing up a rain fly or something like that.
Mhm.
But that's my gear of the trip. We're gonna set it up, and hopefully I don't fall off the mountainside. So things like that.
Awesome. So I guess this isn't meant to be an in-depth review by any means, because I'm still using this and I'm new at this particular piece of gear. But I got this, I don't know, I think last year, even though I haven't used it that often. This is the InReach Explorer from DeLorme. And I guess DeLorme actually bought Garmin recently, or maybe it's the other way around, I can't remember. I think DeLorme bought Garmin.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think Garmin would be
Maybe it's
a
the other way
larger
around.
company, but
Either way,
either way.
they are no longer separate companies. But be that as it may, I like this a lot for what it is capable of doing, even though I don't use its full functionality every single outing, because I just don't. I don't need to.
What's it for? What is
But
it?
what it is for is, this is a locator beacon primarily, but it also is a GPS, and it also does social media things. So you can send, pictures and reports, and post it to your social media sites, Twitter, whatever you might use, which I don't use that. That's part of the reason why I don't use that function, I guess. But you can post your trip photos and delineations of your adventure while you're on the adventure, whether you have cell service or not. And that's what's so great about this. The number one best feature of this is this will work whether you have cell service or not. You could be on Everest, this will work. You can be in the polar ice cap, this will work. It doesn't matter.
Amazon.
Yeah, an island somewhere, this will work. Deep woods, certainly it will work, and it does. I've tested that. I love this, and I recommend it to anybody. It's definitely worth it. But again, an in-depth review will be forthcoming. So take this review with a grain of salt. It is what it is, but I like it, and that's all this is meant to convey.
Yeah.
I like it. It's nice.
Awesome. So that's the Strips Gear Talk.
Yeah. Not bad.
here's the next vista that we came to. Ooh. I hear a woodpecker. Ooh, mossy log.
Ooh, so soft.
So soft. Ah, it's nice and
So
cushy.
supple. Is nice.
It's nice. It's soft on the butt. Am I cutting this part?
No.
Oh, okay, great.
No.
Well, what did you think?
It was really neat. It was scenic. It was very colorful. I liked the fog in the morning. That was really neat. Didn't see any elk thus far, but we might see some on the way back. Some of the viewing areas on the way back.
Start driving through the woods. Yeah.
That'll work too. That oftentimes
Put it
works.
in 4-wheel.
Yeah.
Be good to go.
Yeah. So no Randy elk chasing after us thus far.
That's a bonus. What the hell is crashing through the woods?
That's a Randy elk, I bet you.
Well, you might see us get attacked.
He's looking for lure. Wanna go check it out?
Well, somebody's not happy over there. Well, let's take the GoPro.
Leave our packs.
This was one of my favorite trails, by far. One of my favorite trails. Very diverse. There was one of everything. There's people talking. It's very diverse. It seemed like you'd walk for 10 minutes, and we were in a new type of area with different types of trees, and we ran into that rock area.
Yes.
Those rocks were huge.
They were enormous. They were house size, if not bigger.
Yeah, and it wasn't
Yeah.
one or two. It was, I mean, a dozen of them at least.
I'd say dozens.
Dozens. Yeah.
Is what I would say. Yeah.
They were huge. That was really cool to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing that I missed was some type of stream.
Yeah. Water features were technically there. They were just
Dried up. Yeah.
And so, like in spring, it would be better, obviously, as far as that goes. But whatever. But you got to remember, it was a 4-mile loop. So
Yeah.
not to have a stream there,
Big deal.
big deal.
Yeah. But
Nice trail. I like it.
yeah, I'm excited. We got some really good photos. Fog this morning was awesome.
Yeah.
Look forward to coming back.
We will.
We will. Well, it's Mike and Corey. Catch you on the next adventure.
See you guys.
Bye. There's the camera.
There it is.
I knew my backpack was lighter. Yummy candy.